E.N.D here. Day 10 for the spoilers of Theros Beyond That. This is the last day, final day. After these spoilers, the whole set is all spoiled. Let's see the few cards that have been spoiled today. The final spoilers. First of all, we have these couple of promo cards. We have here Thrill of Possibilities. As an additional cost to cast the spell, discard the card, you draw 2 cards. We have Thirst for Meaning. All these cards have been spoiled, and these are the promo versions of those particular cards. Remember that these cards cannot be found in any booster packs. These are only given as promo at your LGS. Grey Merchant of Asphodel. And last one is Wolf Willow Heaven. This is a new card spoiled today, but it's a promo for 1 and 1 green. It's an enchantment aura. It's an enchantment land. Whenever enchanted land is tapped for mana, its controller adds an addition 1 green. For 4 and 1 green, you sacrifice it, you create a 2/2 green wolf creature token, activate this ability only during your turn. First spoiler, Heroes of the Games. For 2 and 1 red, it's a human soldier, it's a 3/2. Whenever you cast a spell that targets Hero of the Games, creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. Triumphant Surge. For 3 and 1 white, it's an instant, destroy target creature with power 4 or greater, and you also get 3 life. It's a very good removal spell for white. Agonizing Remorse. For 1 and 1 black, it's a sorcery, it's an uncommon card. Target opponent reveals their hand, you choose an online card from it or a card from their graveyard, exile that card, you lose 1 life. Mischievous Chimera. For 1 blue and 1 red, it's a 2-drop, it's an enchantment creature, it's a chimera, it's a 2/2, it has flying. Whenever you cast your first spell during each opponent's turn, it deals 1 damage to each opponent, and you also scry 1. Acolyte of Affliction. For 2, 1 black and 1 green, it's a human cleric, it's a 2/3. When it enters the battlefield, you put the top 2 cards of your library into your graveyard, then you may return a permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Nisaean Wanderer. For 1 and 1 green, it's a Setter Scout, it's a 1/3, it has Constellation. That means that whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, in this case you do something, in this case you look at the top 3 cards of your library, you may reveal a land card among them, put that card into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. Mystical Revocation. For 1 green, it's an instant, put target enchantment on bottom of its owner's library. It's a very good removal spell for green, especially in limited, because remember that enchantment creatures can be targeted with this card. Mystical Revocation, very good card in my opinion. Wolf Willow Heaven. We have already seen this card. For 1 and 1 green, obviously this is the card that will give you enchant the land and will give you an additional green, and for 4 and 1 green you will sacrifice it and create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. It's a very good card for a 2-drop. Slaughter Priest of Mogis. For 1 black and 1 red, it's a Minotaur Shaman, it's a 2/2. Whenever you sacrifice a permanent, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn. For 2, you sacrifice another creature or enchantment, it gains First Strike until end of turn. Therefore, for 2, it will be a 4/2 with First Strike. Very, very good card. Now we have these 2 cards, these 2 exclusive card previews. These were given to anyone that has a Magic Arena account. Elspeth Nightmare. It's an enchantment saga. First lore counter, destroy target creature opponent controls with power 2 or less. It's a 3-drop, it's a 4/2 and 1 black. Chapter 2, target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-creature, non-land card from it. That player discards that card. And Chapter 3, exile target's opponent's graveyard. This is the card, this is the artwork that I was the first one that I was deceived. We thought that Phyrexian will be invading Theros, but this is Elspeth Nightmare, which shows that the past of Elspeth when she was fighting the Phyrexes, and that's her nightmare. Her nightmare is fighting against the Phyrexians. Next one, we have Elspeth Conquers Death. 3 and 2 white. This is a rare card. First lore counter, exile target permanent and opponent controls to convert mana cost 3 or greater. Very good card. Non-creature spells you control. This is chapter 2. Non-creature spells you control. Opponent cast 2 more to cast until your next turn. Very, very strong. Return target creature or planeswalker card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Put a +1/+1 counter or a loyalty counter on it. Very, very strong card. This is one of those cards that it's a very strong card, both as a removal spell to slow down your opponent and also to gain advantage on the battlefield. Dream Trawler for 2 white, 2 blue. It's a Sphinx rare card. It's a 3/5. It has flying. It has lifelink. Whenever you draw a card, Dream Trawler gets a +1/+0 until end of turn. Whenever it attacks, you draw a card. Therefore, whenever it attacks, you draw a card and it gets a +1/+0. Discard the card. It gains hexproof until end of turn, and you tap it. Very, very interesting card. It's a 6/0, but very interesting card, especially in limited. Here we have this card. It's a 2 and 2 white. This is a very interesting card. This is a rare card. This card says, I don't speak Chinese. This card says that who owns a creature with power of 4 or greater, draw a card, then destroy each creature. Therefore, this is a Wrath of God, but obviously 2 and 2 white, it's a Wrath of God, destroy all creatures, but whoever has a creature with power 4 or more draws a card in addition to destroying all creatures. It's a little bit a smaller version of Wrath of God, but it's still a very strong card. Labyrinth of Skophoos. It's a land, it's a rare. You tap and you add 1 colorless or 1 waste, depend what that symbol means to you. From my point of view, it's a waste. Forever who played Battlefield Zendikar. For 4 and you tap, remove target attacking or blocking creature from combat. It's a very good removal spell. It just shuts down any attacking or blocking creature. Very, very interesting card. Last one, Protein Thaumaturge for 1 and 1 blue. It's a 1/1, it's a human wizard. It has a constellation, which means that whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, you may do something. In this case, you may have it become a copy of another target creature, except it has this ability, the constellation ability. Basically, you can target even your opponent creatures. This can become quite big as a creature. It's a very interesting card. This was the last card spoiled today. As I said, today it was day 10 of the spoilers of Theros Beyond Death. The set, it's fully spoiled. Tomorrow I will be doing my Theros Beyond Death review, honest review. So subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos about Theros Beyond Death, about the pre-release, about box opening of Theros Beyond Death, and any news of future Magic the Gathering products.